Hi, Sharon Danley here, and the Soapbox is open. Okay, since this page opened, many of us have become better educated on the destruction the drag and trans cults are inflicting on society, along with other issues. And we've discovered that while a number in the LGBT community are against these activists as well, unfortunately, many still are silent and therefore a part of this destructive and growing problem, right alongside our governments at just about every level. This next generation of children is being groomed worldwide with wicked propaganda about their socially constructed gender, and the medical, psychiatric, and pharmaceutical industries are rubbing their hands in glee at the vast amounts of money to be made on the backs of this generation's innocent children. Add to this the never ending abortion issue, ongoing betrayals within the church, all women's safe and private spaces, including shelters, being infiltrated by dress wearing biological men, political corruption at an all time high, and our places of higher learning have jumped off the cliff of insanity by propagandizing the youth, deplatforming speakers, ignoring the rules of healthy debate, and generally see themselves as the progressive woke crowd. And besides these and other issues, the culture war is growing at warp speed, and they have no intention of being satisfied with equal rights, which they already have. They want special treatment and special rights that override equality for us all. Of course, as we are trying to make sense of what's going on, more stories are being censored, social media pages are being throttled, shadow banned, and removed by big tech companies, and all media, which is owned by a few high rollers, have turned into a giant propaganda machine. Oy vey, just saying this makes me want to curl into the fetal position under a blankie with a box of wine and a straw, being reassured that that giant boulder covering my front door will at least make it difficult for them to get at me. I'm noticing many others are feeling depressed, blue, or walking around with a growing melancholy. It's not healthy, it's not fair, and it feels like there's nothing we can do because it's just too big. So many others don't seem to care either, as they have their faces planted in their smart devices, or are buying into the propaganda, or they are simply militantly ignorant and would rather lose a good friendship than even consider what's really going on. Of course, these states of mind and ignorance by others won't help any of us in the short or the long run, especially our youth. We all ache for encouragement, inspiration, and good leadership. And in fact, we actually need each other to work together to rebuild our healthy confidence, a strong and good working society. And we can achieve that and stop the insanity with a nonviolent, simple approach to eradicating the madness. We don't have equality, but we do have power simply by what we don't do, what we don't comply with, what we don't buy or buy into. So, being solution oriented, here are some simple actions we can do to get the ball rolling. 1. Any sports that allow transgender participants should be boycotted. Alternatively, while this will be difficult, legitimate participants need to show up but not participate by staying in their starting blocks or whatever is called for in the individual sport. Along with their family and friends, that's the time to bring out the meaningful placards and silently and nonviolently protest. 2. Stop the use of superficial terms like cis, turf, queens, self partnered, menstruators, breeders, gender fluid, maps, etc. Biology is biology. End of story. If it's a man in a dress self identifying as a woman, ignore and refer to him truthfully as a biological male, and vice versa for females. 3. Lobby heavily to stop the proliferation of the destructive drag queen story hours, malevolently grooming children. 4, don't engage in any arguments. A respectful discussion is one thing, but bullying is something else. Make good use of your delete and block buttons. And 5, make use of the power of the nonviolent, firm boundary word no. No, I will not, or no, I am not. Fill in the blank. Simply don't comply and do the right thing in the right way for the right reasons. Share these ideas with your friends, create more, and put them on social media. We need to come together under the banner of our samenesses, leaving our differences at the door. Together, we can gather great strength and stop this trans train and other insanities from driving all of us, especially the youth, off the cliff. Remember, the children need our love, healthy guidance, and protection. It's our responsibility to them, to each other, to stand up nonviolently, together for our kids, for ourselves, and the greater good. Are you with me?